life that you wake up every day and see my face. Anyways, how you guys doing? So the question today is, does the puppy get this treat? Hey, Rocky, can you sit? Wrong. Does he get that treat? Or does he get that treat? Oh, yes, you can have that one. Go lay down. Oh, the look on his face. I wish he always looked at me the way he looked at that piece of food. Oh, that's such a good boy. Why does he always start with Rocky? Because Rocky is good pre-game material. He's like the cheerleaders before the football game. He's what we wait for people to come in with. And he's a good boy. Who's my good boy? Rocky is the best boy, yes! Look at how happy this motherfather is. He's my motherfather. Yes, you are. He's my motherfather. Kiss my car. Ew, you got a booger in your eye, bro. Wait. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I don't want to stab you in the eye. Wait. Oh, now it's on your nose. Ah, there we go. Now it's on my finger. Now it's in your hair. I might have just rubbed an eye booger into my dog's face. Brandon, AG, Aramax, Desert. What's up, kid? Saw your drywall project there, Mr. Desert. If you want to come to Virginia, I could use some help putting up a wall. Yes, sir. Dog butt! How you doing, buddy? You gonna stay there all night, or are you gonna go lay down? Well, I am now stuck filming from this angle because my dog is being awesome. There you go, buddy. Here's what I want you to do. I got to do the live stream, buddy. So do you want to take this one and go lay down? Here, take it and go lay down. Go on. Go lay down, buddy. Good boy. There you go, buddy. Thank you, pal. All right. Yep, all done. Virginia, been a while since I was there. Well, come on out. We'll go to the National Air and Space Museum and watch them fight over dismantling the space shuttle. What's up? How's it going? Pretty good, Michael. What's up with you? So, nothing has changed. The only time I've left the house in the last 24 hours was taking my boy to the dog park and getting myself some zero sugar ocean spray. So, for once, I'm not drinking the Gatorade. The museum was awesome. Yeah. The only time I've ever been, and I've been here for 16 years, the only time I've been to the Air and Space Museum, I was in a wheelchair. And if I ever go again, I will ride in the same fucking wheelchair because it was awesome. Handicap parking right up front of the building, and I got pushed around. In a good way, not in a bad way. Hold on a second. I'm going to reach around and clean you. You're good, buddy. Stay there. Then we'll take a look and see what it looks like, what it do like, what it be like, what it be like it see like. I want to get as many guns in there as I can. There we go. Now we'll plug it in so it doesn't die. I also made a realization. Because I use wireless transmitting for my PCVR and I'm within the same building, I can actually stream games from my PCVR into my living room while sitting on my couch. Because this charger is for the HTC, or excuse me, the Quest 3, allowing me to charge it while I play. Did Rocky chew on your jacket? Yes, this is his park jacket. So this is what I wear when we go to the park in the morning, so that when he decides to play a little rough, he doesn't rip up my shirts anymore. Been a weird ass day for me. Found out I passed my advanced EMT test, then got broken up with, then got to go to the structure fire, then puked on my chief. Wild ride. Was your chief your girlfriend? Man, you going to war? Nah, Sarah. Sarah, I am not going to war, but I am prepared to if necessary. Men not need go war. Men need make not war love peace la la. There we go. Ooh, thank you. Ah, potato chips. Yeah, man, you right. Thank you. And please stop typing in all caps. It's just a little distracting, my friend. Fuck, where's this new optic? Hang on a second. I haven't reviewed this thing yet, but I'm going to show it to you guys anyway. Watch out, boy. Watch out. Yeah. So, yeah. Let's see. Feel you on that? My blankets look like that because of my dogs. Dude, I could chug a bottle. So this is the mixed berry. I really like the mixed berry. The cran apple, cran whatevers are a little bit for me. Bless you. Thank you. But yeah. I've worked with this company. Somehow I managed to cut between the freaking thing. Are you kidding me? What'd you do with my knife, bro? We don't use knives on the Jimmini Show. We avoid them at all costs because I just almost stabbed myself in the leg. Did you guys see the video of that plane, the UPS plane in Kentucky? That was fucking destructive, dude. And that's crazy, that crash. Had engine failure on takeoff. One of the engines came off. You okay, bud? You got the hiccups again? You ate too many treats too fast, bro. Hold your breath. Good, that's how you stop. Alright, my chat froze. Sorry. But this is from a company called CV Life. If you didn't know, CV Life actually stands for Country Values for Life. Which is something I didn't actually know, but CV Life stands for Country Values. I'm trying to figure out if I should get the TLR1 or TLR7 for my DY9. I can tell you that the TLR1 is going to be a little bit large for it because the TLR1 is almost the same size as an X300. The TLR7 would be much more size appropriate for it because it is a Glock 19 size frame. Militant, what's up? How you been, brother? But anyways, this company reached out to me. I asked and then I just moved on because who gives a fuck. But it has kind of a Sig Romeo 5 look to it. Honestly, like even the printing where they have it on it looks like that. But what I am noticing is this will work on the DWX. Oh, well, let's see what this looks like. It looks like the battery's not installed. Yep. 'Tis a rule that if your shit comes from China, you're not allowed to ship it with batteries installed. Plus, who knows how long these will sit on the shelf. I low-key gotta let you know I farted. Oh, dude, I gotta full-key let you know my dog farts will peel fucking wallpaper. Besides, a fart is a lot better than a shart, my friend, so fart it up, bro. You're not in my house, I don't care. My dog just farted. You know how I know? He left the room. You don't have enough guns. I agree with you. Justin, that's why I'm going to ask you to hit the like button, because if you hit the like button right now, it will help me increase the number of firearms I own. Dude, that's actually really clear. I actually like that. So this is basically a SIG Romeo 5. And they sent it to me for review, so I will be doing a review on it. Let's see, it's got a lower mount. Is that just a lower mount? Yeah, it's just a lower mount. So it comes with a low mount and a high-rise mount. You need an RPG. I would love to have an RPG, but I don't see that happening. Oh, cool. They sent a second battery with it, so that's cool. Nice. If you hate it, I'll buy it for a deal. I don't give away or sell samples. Although this company has sent me a couple of optics in the past. That's a CV Life on top of my SIG 320 up there. But I don't think it'll come through on camera because, you know, fucking cameras. I don't even know if I'm holding it to the right hole yet. But, yeah, the glass is actually really clear. I got to come down, don't I? Here you go. I don't know which lens is actually the camera tonight. But yeah, now, anyways. Oh, it's always worth a try, Joshua. Unfortunately, one of my rules is I don't give away samples, review samples, and I don't sell review pistols. So, but yeah, that's cool. Let's see. Does it turn off like a Romeo? Turns off by holding it down. I need a ray gun. I would love to have a ray gun. If you know of anybody that makes one, let me know, dude. I'll buy one. A poor cripple has to ask. Yeah, I hear you, Joshua. Love the background. Thank you, Canadian. You like CV Life? So far I've been happy with the 320. It's held zero pretty good. The one that's on the 320 up there, it's their big window. I may throw this on top of the Heatseeker 1022 because let's face it, where are you going to shoot a 1022? Within about 100 yards. So I might as well just put a red dot on it. See how I like it. But no, that was cool. They sent this out. They said, hey, we're just going to send it out to you. Do us a favor, review it, and tell them what you like. Good to see that you seem to be in our frame of mind this evening. I'm in an okay frame of mind. I'm not going to lie. It's not like some days where I'm just like, fuck it all. I just want to lay down and pass out and pass on. But no, the problem we have tonight is, and I'll show you. Number one, my foot keeps eating holes in my sock, but I'm still bleeding, so I'm not going to show you the blood. But yeah, I'm still bleeding from the bad leg. Gravity well gun would be cool. You should put it on the Heritage Barkeep. Unfortunately, that variant of the Barkeep doesn't have the pick rail on it. If I get my hands on a Barkeep, I would like to get the threaded barrel Barkeep and put my suppressor on it. And get extra suppressors. I'd like to get a 22 switchback suppressor and put it on my Hammerly 22. Since we're in here, I might as well. Best headset you can buy right now, hands down, is the Quest 3. The Quest 3 has better resolution than even the Vive Pro. It has 4K lenses at 120 hertz. Hope you heal up soon. Me too, because if I don't heal up soon, it's eventually going to get infected, and then I'm going to wind up in the hospital. Joe makes awesome 30s. Who's Joe? Joe Mama? Waiting to get a threaded barrel for my PPK. Got a silencer for it. Nice, dude. Jiminy, you have short and long guns with a brace. Never had one. What's my dream? A 9 or a TAC 13. You'll get one someday. Zombies appear at the door. What are you grabbing first? 12 gauge shotgun. What do I think about the Keltec Sub 2K in 10mm? The Sub 2K is a okay gun. The problem is when the brace band came into effect, it ruined everything. Hold on. Did you know that you can actually run your Quest 3 without controls? So I can actually go to YouTube right now. I'm doing this live, so hang on a second. Let's see. Go to mine. Nope, where's my channel? Bet you didn't know you could do this. Home. Okay, there's that. Okay, well, go to my channel. I don't use this version of it much. The Joe. So if I were to do a 24-hour live stream, this is how I was going to do it. Let's see if I even show up yet. People are probably scrolling in and going, what the fuck is this guy doing? Well, this guy is doing what he's doing. Oh shit, it's going to be loud. I'm going to have to turn down my thing. There it is. 56 people watching me. What is wrong with you, nutsacks? I mean, I love you. All right, so now the question is, do I just stay like this for a while? Why do I not have any of the comments? Hold on. Only 17 of you have clapped on it so far? Oh, shit, I just opened the thing. I'm not good at this. Home, there we go. What am I doing wrong today? I can't win. Really, it misspelled my own shit. Thank you, bud. View more, view more. Anyways. Why can't I bring up my thing? But as you can see, I have plenty of guns here. I did remember the Aerosmith vid where they do the goggles crying, I think, in the late 80s. A lot of people were asking me about my sub 2K today. Must be a lot of eyes on it. I think they're dropping a lot of the support for them. Practicing for the movie Ready Player One. I'm actually reading. I can see my finger. I wish the motion control actually worked well enough for my game so I can play my games. What's up? Not much, Papa's Pew Pews. I'm just sitting here in VR and I'm actually talking to you guys. So I wish I could see the comments right here. So I'm looking over here. I'm gonna like my own video. If you don't like the video, you're all a bunch of punks. Where's the chat? Apparently in VR, I can't see the chat. Also, I'm down to 39%. Play with the gooch. Play with the gooch. Wait, is it over here? Hold on. Speed report. Curve screen. Fuck yeah. All right. What's that man doing? Honk, honk. Anyway, that's what 24-hour in VR would look like if we did it. I like before it even starts. I'm more focused on the snubby rhino than the real green. Ah. Paul, what's up? A lot of people are asking me about it. Yep. Yeah. But that's my VR headset. That's what I use. Uh-oh. It's like when I go into other people's chat, people that know each other start talking. I like that, though, because it creates interaction. Do you see we hit 187,000 subs as well? Keep that shit going, dude. Yeah, when I got injured, like, really bad for my foot needing a really bad surgery and I had to stay in bed for, like, a month, I got the Quest 2, and I played the living shit out of that. And one of my favorite games was Gorn. Interaction helps. That's why I always talk. Nice. Hope you and Rocky are doing better today. His ear is pretty good. I've just been kind of stable. The foot's still bleeding, so I'm kind of trying to keep it stable. Congrats. Thank you, sir. But yeah, the wall tonight is... It is what it is. We'll move that a little bit, see if we can get some of the other guns in there. Tell you what, hold on a second. I gotta do one thing real quick. I'm still here. As long as we're going to have camera issues. Ooh. The last thing we need is for the entire gun wall to collapse. That would lead me to a little bit of a Calon anatomy. Fuck you, ye cannon. Alright, there you go. By the way, I wear a large, extra large hat. You'll be at $250,000 before too long. I hope so, but I'm somehow the Daria mysteriously landed in the middle of it. Is that a Smith & Wesson 40? No, sir. You can't, when you close your eyes, you can't see. Well, on a good day, I can see the sun. Hey, what's going on, dude? That doesn't look that big. Yeah, well, it's a large, extra large. So it's a stretch fit because I don't wear snapbacks. I wear fitted caps. So it's designed to fit anybody from a regular large head to a melon head. I just have a regular melon head. I'm not a watermelon head. I'm a lemon head. Rashad, what's up? Big brain. I mean, I'm 6'4", so to wear a large, like this is an extra large t-shirt. I don't wear big clothes. How much money in guns? A lot more than I'd like to honestly say, but it's actually worse when you talk about ammo. For however much guns are up there, I think it's like 45, 50 grand in guns up there. I probably have $150,000 in the ammo I've put through them. My nose is small compared to your face. Yeah, I have that upturned nose. I came out 2 months early, and apparently my face must have been stuck against my mama's gooch hole. And when I got pulled out, it must have just went, right, and it got stuck like that. Truly, your normal for your height. Yeah, $200 gun can shoot 10 G's in a year. You're not wrong, dude. Like 45 ACP, right? A box of 50 rounds, if you buy just regular stuff, is like $20. That gun has 8,000 rounds through it, so you divide 8,000 by 50. That is what is that? I can't do math today. Well, fuck. Anyways, 20 boxes is 1,000. So 8 times that, 160 boxes at $20, and you've exceeded the price of the gun. Which handgun you prefer to shoot? 1911s. Dippin' Red Seal. What? Every time I read about Shadow 2 Compact, people say it's a pain to rack the slide compared to any 2011. Is that bullshit? I had tons of hand jerseys and got plates in them. Sorry for the noob question. Not a noob question. It's best to answer it now. Yes, the Shadow Compact 2 has a much harder slide to rack than any other semi-auto pistol for the very fact that... Here, let me show you a close-up. This is the slide on a 1911, a 2011. You see the height between the... trying to find something that could be a good size comparison for you. Without getting me banned, anyway. So this is a 9mm round. You see the size of the 9mm round compared to the size of the slide? There's a CZ. You can see the round is much taller. So the gripping area on the CZ is much smaller than that on a 2011. So you usually have to grab it at the back to slingshot it. Super high sprung, not really. The poundage weight on the CZ75 spring is about the same as a 1911. So the difficulty in terms of the weight and the pull is about the same. It's a perceived difference because of how you have to grip it. When you grip a 1911 slide to rack it, you can come over the top. Let's say that you grip it from the back. You have full contact between everything. You get 3 full fingers on it when you rack it versus a CZ75 where you basically just have to use your fingertips to rack it. Yeah, you can rack it with the dot. Or if you're getting a regular 75 like that 75 SP01, you see it's got flat sights on it, you can belt rack that gun. And it still has night sights. Acton! Who's Acton? Oh, Acton Man. So, 3 best gun prop design used in movies. That's difficult because you have, like, sci-fi movies. So, since it was produced, the Halo gun is kind of cool looking. But you have the ZF-1 from The Fifth Element, Zorg's gun from The Fifth Element. That's a badass prop gun. It's totally impractical and impossible, but kind of cool. And then RoboCop's Auto 9. Although it's based on a real gun, the 93R, his gun is a fake. I'd probably stick to a 2011. I personally would. If you want the best of both worlds, I would say get a DWX, because a DWX is not that much more. If you can find a used one, won't be that much more than a Shadow 2 compact. And also a DWX compact is almost always available. And it has a 1911 slide on a Shadow 2 style frame. Wait, it was a modded Beretta in RoboCop? Yeah, the Auto 9 was a modified Beretta 93R. So the burst fire. So yeah. The Auto 9 was based on a Beretta 93R. This is just an airsoft version of it, but yeah. Damn it! Now I must line up everything again. You've ruined my staging! The inverted rail system is nice, but doesn't have a lot to grab. Most reliable handgun in your opinion? My handguns are all reliable. They're all at the same level of reliable because I work on them. Out of the box is hard for me to say because I haven't shot every handgun. I do apologize, man. I don't shoot as many guns as other people, so my basis of knowledge isn't enough to give you that definitive, this is more reliable than that. What was the Halo 9? I'm not sure. I never watched the movies. Don't type in all caps, bruh. Big old weight on it. The funny thing is, well, yeah, that's how it was, you know, theoretically made it so accurate, but in real life it was plastic. Especially if you already favor CZ grips, frames, throw some locked V-Loss palm swell grips and you'll be good to go. You know, the funny thing is, I don't like swell grips. It's the all-black pistol to the left of the PC box. Well, there's technically 2 of them. They're hidden. One is the Rock Island 5.0 with the square barrel, and the one behind the computer is a Rock Island double-stack 1911. That one is a TSOS double-stack 2011. Is there one on the wall you haven't taken to the range yet? Yes, the SIG 365 Fuse and the Beretta APX A1. The Fuse because it's a more recent purchase, and since my leg's been fucky, I haven't been able to take it. And the Beretta because I forgot I owned it and it was pawned for 1.5 years. I believe everything... Oh, and the Hammerly 22. Everything else on the wall I have fired. Wait, that's the Hammerly 22. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Maybe back in need of food. All right, Josh. Thank you for coming in, brother. Thoughts on the 226? It's my police sidearm from my town. The 226 is one of my favorite hammer-fired guns. Very good, very easy to handle, and works well. Most comfortable concealed carry 9mm. That depends on what you like and consider comfortable. I carry a 5-inch 1911, and I have carried a 9mm variant, and I think 1911s are the most comfortable because they're so thin. According to the FBI, the Glock 19M is the most reliable pistol they have ever tested. It won 11,200 rounds before it malfunctioned. Before it had malfunction, that wasn't ammo related. Well, the Glock 19M has all metal internals, and it should run that many rounds. I mean, any gun should run that many rounds. And I understand you mean before a malfunction, but most modern guns should be able to do that. The reason why a lot of them don't is because they don't have good... the Glocks don't have good tolerances. But I will also point out this, Sean. America has basically banned Glock, so who gives a fuck if it's reliable if nobody wants it? For sure, Red State, and I'm loving it. I need to get the heck out of dirty Jersey. Yeah, get out of Jersey, man. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of old movies, so I apologize. What would be the best starter pistol for 1911 in 45 ACP? Your budget is going to determine where that answer comes from. If you're trying to stay below 750, a gun like TSOS, Gerson, or Rock Island, any of those three should be solid for you. All three use forged guns. If you're going to step up above 750, Bull Armory, Fusion Firearms, and Springfield have good guns in the 750 to 1,000 range. The minute you get over 1,000, then you're no longer getting into a basic gun, so pretty much anybody's going to be solid. Am I going to buy the new SIG 211? I tried to get them to send me one, but when I bitched about the finish on one of their guns, they decided they didn't like me. At some point, I'll probably pick one up. But unless you guys are all hitting the like button, the subscribe button and shit, Google won't pay me enough money for me to afford it. So the problem is I'm a broke-ass motherfucker who needs your help. So hit the like button, subscribe, all that basic shit. You know, if you like a pumpkin spice latte, you can hit a like button. Is there a 2011 as light as the CS or HDC3? I had no idea they were 25. They were... most 2011s are actually between 33 and 48 ounces, depending on the finish on the frame. But no, I can't think of a 2011 that's that light. My 2011 Gerson is probably one of the lightest because it has an aluminum frame with the plastic grip. The slide is steel, of course, and that gun comes in at 31. Usually when talking about carry pistols, there's really no best in any category, most about what's preferable for the individuals. Yep. Can you make a custom M1 Garand? I've never tried. What do you think about Turkish guns in general? They've come a long way. I always tell people to look at it from a perspective of you get what you pay for and buyer beware. If you're buying a semi-automatic pump or a semi-automatic 12-gauge shotgun for $200 that was manufactured, shipped, delivered, sold to a dealer, and then sold to you for $200, it's probably not going to be as good as a fucking Benelli. But there are plenty of levels between dirt poor cheap and way too much money where you can find sweet spot guns. $1,000 for a gun is not cheap. So at $1,000, I fully expect a Turkish 2011, 1911 single stack, that 2011, even these XP and XF Pros at their price point, which is a reasonable, lower than industry standard price point, but still at a price point that will ensure that some time and energy went into their creations, then you're probably fine. I love the sloth. Thanks. Where'd Greg go? Oh, yeah, that's right. I threw Greg at Rocky last night. If it goes boom out the front, I'll be happy. The problem is when they go boom out the front isn't the issue. It's when they also go boom out the side and out the back and down the bottom. That's a problem. Are they real? Yes. The M&P 2.0 metal carry comp is a really good everyday carry. You just say that because I gave you a hell of a price on it. Do you have a Deer Eagle? No, I don't have a Deer Eagle. Unfortunately, carrying livestock in your back pocket in the state of Virginia is slightly frowned upon. Also, when you sit in a truck and you have a full-size deer in your back pocket, they tend to kick a little bit. The last time I was driving through town, I accidentally ran over a preschool parade because the deer in my back pocket was kicking me really hard. So I understand why they don't allow it. Got a $600 Turkish Mac 1014, 1,000 rounds of double aught buck, no issue so far. I mean, that is, again, it's a quarter of the price of a Benelli, but if it holds up for you, that's awesome. There's been a lot of people testing them that haven't gotten 1,000 rounds without malfunctions, but hell, man, if you're getting 1,000 rounds out of it, maybe you got that one that was really finished well. How's the 320 Max? I don't own a 320 Max. The 320 Max is just a 320 X5 Legion without sights, or an AXG with Legion without sights. It runs the Max Michel larger optic on it, but other than that, it's just a standard 320. That's why you keep the deer in your front pocket. No, because then I have double deer nuts in my front pocket, because I got my deer nuts, which are dear to me, and then I have the deer nuts, which are dear to him. And then in my other pocket, I tend to have beer nuts. And the big difference between beer nuts and deer nuts is deer nuts are under $1, and beer nuts are $1.30. Thoughts on 19X? No thoughts. It's a discontinued gun. Says all you need to know. Opinion on SIG 365 fuse. I got one right there. I was one of the first ones in Virginia to get their hands on the 365 fuse. I like the feel. I like the thinness. I like the fact that that thing has a 21 round mag. It has the same capacity as the full-size 320 above it. Has a 3.7-inch barrel non-comped, which is why I like the fuse over the X Macro comp. Just in general, that gun fits a bill that is closer to my full-size needs. Best, I'm dying at the fact he didn't even smirk that whole joke. Thank you. Deers go around the neck or on top of the head. I really love my peak. Yeah, that would be a good place. It'd be like my Donald Trump wig. I really love my 365 fuse. Yeah, me too, man. What's up, Ordnance? What's going on? My pops has a 365 fuse. Great pistol. Have I ever had an Essex Arms 1911? No, I don't think I've ever had an Essex Arms. Cool wall display. Thank you. Do you do trigger jobs on your gun? Yes. Every one of my guns that I shoot routinely gets a trigger job. Mostly it's my 2011s, 1911s, but I have a Jimmini trigger that I still have to put in the RXM. I have a Apex trigger that's going to go in the Springfield. I have the Armory Craft dual adjustable trigger in the 320 X5 Legion. I have the X trigger in the original 320. Let's see what other ones have customized trigger. All of these have custom trigger work. That's a custom trigger. That has custom trigger work. That has custom trigger work. Any lever actions? Yes, I do have a lever action. It's just never on display. Holy guns, Batman. Cheers, fellow creator. Hey, Monkey Man, what's going on, dude? Carson, what's up, dude? Yeah, Rocky's sleeping. I wore him out today. I kept going like this all day, so he kept turning in a right-handed circle. Have you done it to the 365? No, I have not touched the trigger in that gun because if it goes into my carry rotation, I've played dry fired the trigger and I'm happy with it the way it is. What up, nerd? Just finished up my FNX tactical build, paired it with an X300 turbo, Steiner MPS, and a rugged Obsidian. Take that, nerd! Sounds like a good build, dude. I like to keep weight even across my stuff if I can. Yeah, you got to pick a certain poundage because a lot of striker guns, it's hard to get them below 3 pounds or 3.5 pounds. Like when I do my Glock guns, I put in Steel City Arsenal triggers and bars. That brings them down to about 3.5 pounds. Honestly, on a carry gun, 3.5 is about as low as I'm going. Is Glock 19 a good first gun? Glock's got discontinued. What does that say? Have you used any pyramid triggers? No, but I'm part of a pyramid scheme. Luckily, I'm at the top, so people below me have to sell things to the people below them, and everybody they recruit kicks up money to them. They kick up money to me. So being at the top of the pyramid is awesome, even though technically that pyramid could fall over at any time. It's called Safeway. I'm great. How about you? I'm good, dude. If you had to sell all but one. No, if I had to sell them all, I'm selling them all. I'm not keeping any. Yeah, for my fricked up hands, 3 is your 5 or 6. No, I get it, dude. I get exactly what you're talking about. I just know that it's difficult to get a striker fire trigger down below that weight. Cool, man. The gas station. That's what I call Rocky's ass. Like, the more tired and sleepy he gets, his eyes are flittering right now, so his odds of tooting are not that strong. But when his eyes are fully closed, dude, if I had one of those FLIR cameras, you would just see a constant stream of dog fart coming out of him. I'm surprised he doesn't just spin in a slow circle. 130 people here. Everyone hit the like button. Yes, bro has a gun inside his PC. Actually, no, I don't have a gun inside my PC. My PC is competently armed to take on any Apple user. That is my computer's choice. I don't question it. It chose a good one. If I could buy all but one. Lol, you've tried. What's your opinion on the CZ85 pre-B? Found one for $200. That's it, done. Don't even have to go any further. CZ85 for $200, buy it. My favorite is the Lago Arms Alien and the CZ Shadow 2 and the Volquartsen Scorpion. Good choices everywhere, Green Hills. All right, brother, what's the CCW holster of choice? Believe it or not, I'm normally carrying in an Urban Carry holster. Leather with Kydex retention for the I'm so tempted to sell my PC, man. Gaming is boring now. That's why I'm playing mostly in VR. I'm using my computer as a way to increase the computing power of the Quest 3. So PC VR through the Quest 3 allows me to run games at 120 frames per second that normally wouldn't. I love the Lago Alien, and it's not even in my top 5. Trade you the Alien for the Rocco 5. Do you have a Desert Eagle? No, Gage. I sold my Desert Eagle a long time ago. I had this problem with it. It was a very, very consistent issue where every time I took it to the range, some motherfucker that I know wanted to shoot it, and they were all suffering from don't have money for ammo. And this was COVID time when 50 AE was about 350 a round. And then you'd say, okay, I'm a magnanimous man. Here's my Desert Eagle and 50 cal. Go ahead and shoot a mag. And then they proceed to go, oh, because they're dumb. Does the Alien have a patent, or can gun companies just copy its mechanics? Oh, they definitely have a patent on that design. Have you gotten into 350 Legend? Nope. Oh, have I? No, I don't shoot long guns. How much is the ammo? Right now, it's about $2.40 a round for 50 AE. Van, how are you? I'm okay. I am going to take some drugs, though. I keep them on my desk ready to go. Damn, that's why my uncle sold his, too. Well, the other reason I sold it was because I paid $700 for it, and I sold it for $15. And I had ordered a case of 50 AE, and instead of spending $500 on a case of ammo, I sold it with the gun, so I made, a lot of money. The Alien for the Gerson and the STI. Number one, you wouldn't actually do it, and number two, no. I love you, but I wouldn't let you do that. Drugs are bad, okay? Unless they're good drugs. How do you feel about SIGs? They're fine. I got 3 up there, and I have a bunch of other ones. Is Gunbroker the best site for buying guns? No, but they are a very secure site for buying guns. You usually have more recourse buying through Gunbroker. Gunbroker is like the eBay of guns, since you can't sell guns on eBay. So they have a little bit more buyer protection and seller protection, so it's a little bit better, but it's way better than like Arms List or any of those places. Can I play with your guns? Yes, there you go. You can play with these two. They're 38 caliber barrels. Just found out Federal HST is now available from 44 mag. Damn! I thought there was no live tonight. I never said that. Who said that? Also, this is a recording. This is from tomorrow, playing today. But yesterday's was from 3 days ago. When tomorrow isn't today, when today isn't promised tomorrow. It's Thursday! How upset you when you failed the police entry physical and Walmart security team training in the same month? Oh, it was really terrible, but honestly, it was expected because I was kind of worn out from fucking your mom. Are those real or airsoft? They are real. Do I like 357 Glocks? I don't like Glocks. Glocks have been discontinued across 85% of their line while they redesign them so that the U.S. government doesn't ban them outright. So Glock fucking sucks. Glock sucks donkey dicks. We are live pretty much every day, Monday through Friday. Caliperone, I don't understand what you're typing, so I won't be answering you. I apologize, sir. Run it through a translator. You're gonna play with your real guns. What? Holy fork, dude. Huge collection. It's not that big. I want to see that. Yeah, thank you for handling that one, Stone. Can we see your EDC? Yes, it's that one. The Para-Ordnance Black. I'll give you guys a close-up of all the guns. There's a lot of you in here, so we'll do a gun wall tour. A lot of you haven't seen this. All I ask in return is that you hit the like button. Maybe consider becoming a member because it's going to help me grow the channel and buy even more things for you guys to look at. But yes, so that Para-Ordnance Black Ops is my daily carry 1911. It's a 45 ACP single stack, and I always carry extra ammo. Hit like, you momos. So let's just run through them all. We've got the SAR K2 in 45 ACP. I'm going to stand up. All right, stand up. CZ75 SP01. That's just terrible. We've got the Witness 9mm from Tanfolio with the Mossad slide on it. What's the lightest 2011 1911? You're going to have to find something with an aluminum frame, although back in the day, Gerson did make a polymer frame 1911 that was like 28 ounces, but they don't make it anymore. Would you recommend the Bull Army Blaze for competition? I've never shot it in competition, but Bull Army makes excellent comp guns. The Canic TTI Combat. It's a Meta SFT with a pinned port comp and slightly lighter trigger for $1,000 fucking dollars. No, thank you. And why do I have it? I traded a gun for it that I had $600 into. So, you know, $600 all day. Hey, Mouse. Not normal, dude. I'm not normal at all, dude. Dude. I mean, dude. You're on the internet and you type the word dude. Yeah, bruh, dude. Bro. TSOS PX9 Duty Comp. So that's got the comp nose on it, built into it. My custom AR currently being shat on by Shiloh. Wait, is that a tag? No, that's Shiloh. Milo has a tag. That's how I tell the twins apart. Ruger RXM. Glock is discontinued. Can suck my ass. Is $2,000 for a 2011 a good price? You should be getting a lot of features at 2K. The Alpha from Arex. Really nice 226 style gun. Not a true 226, but even better in my opinion. The Fusion Firearms XP Pro. The Platypus, yeah, the Platypus is weird, but it was kind of actually a joke. It was named after Perry the Platypus. The first one they made was blue and yellow. Did it just freeze for everybody? Nope, we're all still alive, man. My buddy has the M&P carry comp. The Arex is going to be available for sale because I don't like it. It's fine, I just don't like it. I want a SIG 211. Springfield Operator, 1911 loaded with custom grips. Is Platypus quality okay? I keep reading it took a nosedive. I haven't seen any recently. Nope, you can't touch pistols on live streams, dude. Let's see. Springfield Echelon with Sharps Brothers frame. So that's a Sharps Brothers frame. That's a Sharps Brothers frame. That's a Sharps Brothers frame, just so you know. We've got my Para-Ordnance P1345. It's a double stack 45 that's kind of a mix between an officer and a commander. It's like an officer and a gentleman, only completely different. The Para-Ordnance Black Ops 1911, my favorite 1911 right now in my collection, which is really fucking weird to say when I have really nice ones, but that is my favorite right now. My CCW LDA from Para-Ordnance with the Punisher comp. The Chris Sphinx. It's a CZ-based style Swiss 2011 with a 3-piece gun. How's the Echelon grip module compared to the RXM? They feel very similar. The angle is different, but that is actually the Echelon's magwell, so it's actually interchangeable. Oh, sweet double stack 45. Yep. I like para ordnance if you couldn't tell. Para, para, para. Para, para, para. This is my full custom 2011 from Gerson. It has my single stack slide on it right now. Normally it has the Match X slide on it, but they're interchangeable and I like to do that from time to time. But yeah, it's fully custom. My buddy did the stipple work on it, tree bark stipple. The gun shoots amazing, has a 1.9 pound trigger, and Olight sent me a sight for it. So thank you, Olight. You're so good. Has Hate Para is gone now. Yep, thank Freedom Group for that. 2016, they killed it because they wanted to sell their guns for more money, so they sold them as Remingtons. We got the Springfield Loaded Target Stainless. For some reason, it's a $1,500 gun that has no front strap checkering. Makes no fucking sense. The DWX. I have a history with the DWX. I had one of the first ones in Virginia, and it was awesome, but it wasn't optics cut, so I sold it. And this year I bought that one to replace it, and the finish was shit. So we battle wore it and fake rusted it. That's not real rust on the gun. That is fake movie style rust, just to make it look like I don't give a shit. But I do. I love that gun. Let's see. Do you have any vintage? No. Rock Island in 10mm, accurate as can be, easy shooter, fits my hand. So yeah, there's a double stack 1911 from Rock Island that was optics cut from the factory. The grips on the Sphinx look interchangeable. Are they? No, it's a single piece rubber backstrap. The gun comes with 3 in the box. I mean, you can change it, but it's not changeable with any other gun. They're only, you have to find them made for the Chris, and I don't know who makes aftermarket ones. You should mirror polish the DWX. No. I did that because their finish was shit, and also, if I tried to, it would require a lot of work. You see all these lines in the finish on the gun? You see all the lines? All the lines and stuff? All those lines in the metal, that is Dan Wesson's finishing on the metal. They covered those flaws with their coating. This gun was able, we took the entire finish off that gun with one piece of 800 grit sandpaper. That sweet brother grabbed the basic plain Jane military style one for $475 out the door a few years back. That's not a bad deal, dude. The metal is not good then. The metal is great, but they didn't finish it right, so when they put their coating on it, it didn't adhere to it. Rock Island 5.0, that is a CZ mixed with a gas operated square barrel that shoots 9mm. It's a weird gun. I love it though. The SIG 320 X5 Legion, it has the Armory Craft dual adjustable trigger, and it has a 90-degree break for the trigger, and if you look at the trigger, it's at 91 degrees. There is less than a millimeter of take up in that trigger. I have it adjusted so far that it would be uncarryable as a duty gun. You can see an X5 trigger how far they sit forward versus the Armory Craft. Yeah. 365 fuse, military issue M17 that I converted into kind of like an X5 Max Michel kind of looking thing. The Beretta APX A1, which I will be getting rid of soon. I don't care about it. It's a gun. Moving on. Daria DY9 9mm double stack take Glock mags, Gen 4, Gen 5 compatible, and this one has the island ports. We'll never get rid of this gun because, well, they sent me the slide. I had already bought the gun. The TSOS BR9 Duty double stack Gen 2 with the bull barrel. This is basically a Mac 9 DS without the full dust cover. Not the comp, obviously. Fusion Firearms XF Pro, beautiful guns. You were looking forward to the DWX so much, it sucks how it came out. Yeah, I almost sold it for $1,500 and I paid over $2. It cannot ship to the UK. You need to follow your country's rules, which says, nuh-uh, governor. The G-Force Arms Chronicle 1911 and 45. The Hammerly 22 caliber 1911. The Star Arms Firestar M45. The M43, the 9mm variant, killed a very prominent politician in 2002. Taurus PT92 Compact Decocker. You gotta trade DWX for the orange. Nah, he wouldn't want to do that, and I wouldn't do it anyways, because what he paid me for the orange isn't worth what I paid for the DWX. Sorry, Stone, I don't mean to tell people how good a deal I gave you. Yeet Cannon. And then the Heat Seeker Chassis Bull Barrel 1022, which is going to get the Romeo 5 knockoff instead of that big-ass scope that's on it. And then a Sears Model 4390 103. Fuck, that took too long. Also, my back itches. fall over, motherfucker. Literally just saw your video about the T-Sauce 57. Great introduction. Glad you enjoyed it. That gun is gone. I want the Gen 2 optics cut that Jared over at SDS promised me. Everybody message Jared over at SDS. Tell him to start sending me my guns. It was worth a try. I get it, hate. Thought about buying Masterpiece arms. Honestly, I looked at them. They look kind of good. Not going to lie. Can't lie now. I'm not sure about getting the DWX. You telling me all that and all the other stories I've read this week on it. Yeah, sorry, man. It's not what it used to be. When it was out in 2022, when it first came out, when I first got mine, guns like that didn't exist. My Night Stalker didn't exist. The Gerson Match X didn't exist. Those guns at $1,000 are almost as good as a DWX, whereas the DWX at $2,000 without the optics plates. I've got $300 in just optics plates for that gun. The retail on that gun is $2,400. So if you add $300, you're spending the better part of $3,000 on a gun that doesn't have the right quality to it. I'll happily tell people how some dummy sold the orange for so low. Yeah, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. For those of you that don't know, Stonehaven is a really good friend of mine. I mean, like, he's like a brother to me. So is Drunk Mouse. And he's just somebody that really liked my CZ orange, and I sold it to him before I realized how much I actually liked the orange. But he fully personalized that gun. If you ever see his gun now, it looks nothing like it did when I owned it. Number one, when I owned it, it was much more airborne. This is when we put the Pruno in a different bottle so you don't get caught. Thanks. You're welcome, guys. I live too far from a gun range. Sorry. I wish I had an answer for that. So I'm very close to the range from my buddy's store, but I'm about an hour from the range I'm a member on. Do I have any experience with the Jacob Gray Hex? No. It's a very expensive pistol, but I'd love to get my hands on one. Did you recently mention something about setting up a family trust for firearms? Yes. So one of the guys that's in here is under 21, and the only way that he'd be able to acquire suppressors or even use suppressors is if somebody in his family has a trust and they own the suppressors, and he's on the family trust, he can use them, but he can't own them. I'm dumb. I have a range on my property. My issue is a gun store is not too close. Okay, but I have everything on the wall. How far down the list of carries is that barkeep? It is, if we're talking about like an ironic day, I would put the barkeep and the yeet cannon on holsters on my belt. But when it comes down to it, it's not even in my brain to carry it, dude. Nope, they're real. It's funny how I first bought the Night Stalker, then you wanted it back, so I traded the orange for it, and I ended up with both. Yeah, I remember that. Fuck, I just remembered Well, if I gave you the... No, because me and the... I gave you a better deal than the... Fuck me. Man, I want to move to the USA. You guys have all the fun. Do it, dude. It's fun. Just don't tell them you're coming here because you want to shoot shit. What happened to yours if and when you pass away? What's the best way to handle that type of situation? Number one, if I die or I know I'm dying, I will handle getting rid of all my firearms because they're worth far more than I paid for them, and my family is not to be trusted with the disposition of my firearms. I don't have kids. I don't intend to. More than likely, most of my guns, if I die at an earlier age, let's say something happens to me in the next year, a lot of my friends are going to be getting a lot of my guns. My family will keep the family guns, the ones I got from my grandfather. But when it comes to my personal guns, guys like Stone, Mouse, my buddy Daniel, a couple of my local buddies, Sam and Jacob, they're all going to get my guns. Because I plan to leave an unfindable or unburyable corpse, so there's not going to be a funeral. How much does he weigh? Who, me? What a fun, has a good story behind it, if any. What gun has a good story behind them, if any do? Um, Honestly, that Night Stalker, the one that's in the PC that kind of blends in because it's the same color scheme. That gun is a long story on how I got my first review gun from the company. So it is made out of metal, but not the way the company proclaimed. And I had that gun. We had an event from my buddy's store called Faith and Freedom Shoot. They're very religious. They use a Christian camp for a shooting range sometimes. And we were shooting the gun. Unsuppressed, that gun shot flawlessly. Never had a single issue, no jams, no hiccups. But once you put a suppressor on it, after about 70 to 80 rounds, it would stop cycling. And none of my other 2011s that I had with threaded barrels were doing that. So I took the gun home. I had to stop and clean the gun like 3 times during the day. But I took the gun home, cleaned it, and I noticed that the finish was really thick. So I started removing it. So what I do with a lot of my 1911s, Stone will tell you, he saw it, is I take all the finish off the rails, both on the slide and the frame, inside and out. And as I was doing it, I was uncovering these voids and cracks and malformations in the metal. So I made a video about that gun. And TSOS saw it, SDS saw it, and they eventually reached out to me, and they were like, hey, we'd like that gun back. We want to check it out. And I said no, because I knew what was going to happen was I was going to send them the gun, and they were going to keep it and send me another one saying, oh, there was a manufacturing defect. That gun shouldn't have left the factory, blah, blah, blah. It was no big deal. Here's a new gun, problem solved. I had already had the gun stippled. I had already replaced the trigger in it. I had already done some internal work on it. I wasn't about to take another gun. Well, 2025, this year, I finally met with Jared from SDS. Good guy. He's awesome. And honestly, the company is good. Their guns are good. But what wound up being told to me, and it's been verified, is the first 1,000 guns they made, they didn't have the forging set up yet. They didn't have the machines ready. So the first 1,000 guns they had built were all cut from billet, which in and of itself isn't a terrible thing, but it requires that the billet pour be perfect. And they got imperfectly poured billets of steel and cut my gun. So I was 1,000% right when I said that gun wasn't forged in my video. And all the motherfuckers in the comment, they were like, it's forged, it says it right on the tag. No, I could tell from the way the gun was made that it wasn't forged. And it turned out I was right because I wasn't wrong. So, yeah, that was my fun story with the gun. You have any airsoft guns? I got a few. Soft doing the splits. Yeah, she's rubbing her vajazzle all over my barrel. It gives it freedom, even more freedom. Actually, it gives the freedom a fishy smell. What's going on, man? Been a while. What is your regular channel name, Jason? What kind of gun, boss? Late to the stream. That 2011. Oh, you were right, Joe. They didn't forge it. Yeah, I was 100% right. I thought I told you that story, or I thought I told that story before, but yeah. Also, here's the truth, though. They, for some reason, have stopped contact with me, and I have Jared's number, and I've texted him a bunch of times. I don't know why they're avoiding me. I don't remember saying anything bad about him again. Maybe they're angry that I told the truth. But yeah, the first 1,000 guns were not forged. You can't even touch airsoft guns on live stream, silly. Radical RF-15 or a Diamondback DB-15 Carbon Series. They're both around $400. Either one, it depends on which furniture you like. So the Diamondbacks run standard Magpul, where the Radicals run B5 and Viper Minimalist stocks. I prefer the Radicals over the Diamondbacks, but I prefer the Diamondbacks handguard over the Radicals. Because the Diamondback Carbon, if I'm not mistaken, has pick rail along the top and then an entire vented rib with M-lock and then a spot at the front for your front sight. I like that better. You mainly collect pistols. Yes, I have a few rifles and shotguns, but I don't do anything really with long guns. When you see them up there, that's a custom build that I really like, which is why it's up on the top. And that one is a chassis system that was sent to me by the manufacturer. There are 4 guns on top of the PC, my friend. You have to be more specific. You plan on going to SHOT Show? Yes. Mainly because I'm not running the store right now. We are going to switch to an all online only business at some point. Still working on funding, financing, shit like that. So we'll see what happens. But yes, I am planning on going to SHOT Show. Do you want to go with? I'm driving because I'm taking the dog. Actually, I'm flying. I'm taking the dog. Fuck everybody. More gun-related threats than cars? What are you talking about? Airsoft or real gun? Real guns. I'm going to come to SHOT Show. You have an FFL. You can go. Just look it up on their registration. You're an FFL. You can go. I think it's like $20 or something, but you can go. They show new stuff at SHOT Show, or is it basically over for this year? There's always stuff that's coming out throughout the course of the year, but most of what they showed at SHOT Show has been released. I'd love to, but live. Dude, you've got 3 months to plan it. Go for 2 days. You made a video on it to showing it. Yeah, I did make a video on it showing it, but I never made a follow-up. I should have. Ben, what's up? Are all those guns registered? The United States does not have a gun registry according to the United States. I live in the state of Virginia. I am not required to register my firearms with any individual law entity or government entity. So no, my guns are not registered, but my guns are all legal. I want to go with you. All right, we can. We'll figure it out. Come January, we'll sit down and talk about it and figure it out, guys. Do you need to use them on people? No. Hopefully 2011s keep going down in price and I see more options. Here's the thing, Ake. I think $1,000 is as low as they should go. I've seen some of the $700 options. Like, as much as I like Gerson, even though they aren't speaking to me either, but as much as I like Gerson, I do not recommend the standard 2311. The standard 2311 feels like shit compared to their match series. Favorite pew pew, my 1911s. Hopefully I'm still employed. Ah, come on, you'll be fine. Only have to register machine guns in Virginia. Machine guns are federally registered, not state registered. The only people in the state that know you have a machine gun would be your local sheriff, and that's just because the sheriff has to be told that you have one, but the registration for it is federal, not state. Agreed on 2011, sub 1K is rough. So it's hard to have to say that about some types of guns. But 1911s below like $600 get questionable. Honestly, they do. You lose a lot of features and you lose a lot of quality. So polymer pistols below 300, you start to have questions. 1911s, CZ75 style guns, things like that, below 500, 600, you start to have questions. And 2011s, honestly, below $1,000, you start to have questions. Give me something for 2K, but not Wilson price for something like an HD C36. Bull Armory SAS 2. I believe they're $2,100. You can usually find them used. You have any advice for me? I'm about to be able to purchase my first gun. What should I get? My recommendation to you, Beatrice, is that you go to a gun store. Tell them what you're trying to do. Ask them to show you different guns, different reliable guns. They're going to show you Glock. Whatever, they're discontinued now, so by the time you're ready to get it, they'll probably have the V line out. They're going to probably show you Smith & Wesson M&P line, a Canic, an FN. Whatever they show you, try each one. Feel it. See how it feels in your hand. See how natural it is to point the gun towards something. Now, don't point it towards a person, obviously, but they'll tell you where you can point it so that you can see how well you pick up the sight picture. Then, if you have a range in your area that rents that firearm or those firearms, go and spend $100 for a day of shooting and shoot a few different guns to see which gun you like best. Once you've done that, you will actually save money that way. Because what happens if you go and buy a $639 Glock 19X MOS because everybody told you it was the best, or some dumbass on the internet told you it was the best. It's not. But some dumbass on the internet told you it was the best. You buy it, you hate it, you go back to sell it back in or give it back. You paid $639 and you're going to get $300 off the rip. So you just got to make sure that what you're buying is something you like. There's more engineering going in 2011 compared to a Glock or something. In my opinion, 2K is fair, but yeah, yep. CZP-10C ported is a good one to check out for a first one. CZP-10s are extremely, extremely reliable, so yeah. What's your preferred full-size pistol? 1911s. CZs, CZs are the way to go. Yeah, you just got to be careful because a lot of them, like the 75 line, is shot up in price, and I'm not sure why. Oh, man, we had that huge spike and then it died down because YouTube realized I was a gun channel. Fuck you, YouTube! I mean, I love you, YouTube! So, if you hit the like button, I stop yelling at my dog. If you hit the subscribe button, I stop lying about stopping yelling at my dog. And if you become a member for $2 a month, every time we get 100 members, I will give stuff away, like optics and gift cards and things like that. So keep all that in mind. I got the MP40Us, my first carry, handles great. Do you like them? M&Ps I like, 40 series I'm not a fan, or 40 Smith & Wesson I am not a fan of. Rocky is doing excelente. He had a good day of just rest, relaxation, and fun today. Parked for 2.5 hours, then we went and hung out with some people. I have a PCR that I bought years ago. Noticed recently it's going for a lot more. Yeah, all the CZ stuff is. Might be weird, but I really like the Langdon PX4. Cool looking gun with the comp. No, the Langdon PX4s are awesome. That's not weird at all. What manufacturers do you like most when it comes to 1911s? For discontinued brands, I love Para Ordnance. It's probably one of my favorite overall brands. For current makers, Hayes Custom and Nighthawk Custom. Still 100 people. Are there 100 people in here? No, there's 70. Let's see. He gives them away to me, though. No, you pay me. Don't lie to people. Tell them that I give you a good price, but you still pay. Love the info. Thank you. I am Bullet Farm. I'm here. What's up, dude? Mr. Llama, what is going on? Oh! I gotta stop mixing vodka in. Have you handled an Atlas? Yes, once. It was awesome. I didn't get to shoot it, though. How's Tactical Llama doing today? I don't know why I talk so loud when I'm doing this. The phone is like almost within arm's reach. I'm going to talk normal now. Bless you. Thank you. Holy shit. 400 motherfuckers came in because I'm sneezing. Hi, guys. Oh, the Atlas are supposed to be the best here. I don't know. No, Hayes is better than Atlas. Would you say that SIG 226 is the hipster's 1911? No, because it's a double stack gun. Not even close. Thoughts on PCCs? Do I have a favorite? Yes, the Ruger Original, the PCC. And then actually above that, I'd put CMMG Banshees. Their PCC is probably one of the best 9mm PCCs on the market. What do I think about the Platypus? I never bought one when I should have. I wonder what their wait time is now. Let's see how long it takes to get you a Platypus. Stealth. Let's see. Platypus build now. 12 to 14 weeks, man. They actually have gone down. They don't have any in stock, but they've gone down. I keep hearing coating sucks on the Platypus. That can happen. What do you think about the Platypus? Make sure you all double tap your phones. All you new people, thank you for coming and checking it out. Like the video. Fuck with Google. Cali whack with their roster. Been wanting a Platypus for so long. You know, the easiest solution would be to just move. Fuck California. I'm in California. Why? I don't know. I'm dumb. Sorry, you are. California offers nothing that Arizona, Texas, and Florida doesn't. You just have to live in 3 states. What's my man? Do you know anyone with putting a Strius in an AR-9 and what tricks besides 22 ounces or more with bolt in the buffer? No, I have no idea. I've never done that. California sucks. California is awesome. Cali also made pot legal so people now can't buy guns. Yeah. Glad that your engagement is YouTube been fucking with you for a while. I don't know why there's so many people here. Apparently I must have accidentally butthole. What does Virginia offer you? Well, in terms of things, we have the Smithsonian, we have Shenandoah Mountains, we have almost as many wineries as California. We have caves, and we have me. You've been blessed. Thank you. When you said that, I take it as it is. You guys are fucking crazy. All you people coming in, holy shit, thanks, man. I moved from New York to South back in 2006. So many people from Cali and New York are coming here. Traffic sucks. Yeah. You got any good fishing spots? Oh, yeah. Virginia's got a lot of good fishing spots. Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, you know, when they have that big tank, I can almost always find fish there. Sucks too because Cali is a beautiful place to live, at least in the north. The whole Pacific Northwest is, but the laws are ass. I can tell you right now, to give up freedoms to go live someplace that's pretty is bullshit. Go fucking live in Wyoming. I bet you it's almost as nice 1% of the year. Are you okay, buddy? Hey, you 1,000 people, you want to see my dog? I'm thinking about getting the barrel for my SIG 365 XL True Precision. True Precision is a very prolific manufacturer for SIG barrels. They're not bad. Wyoming is nice there. People don't know how beautiful Idaho and shit are. Hey! Somebody said, yeah. Is that a euphemism? No. If I had said, do you want to see my hog? That would have been a euphemism. I love dogs. Send it. Also, I forgot to plug my phone back in, and it's probably near death. Hey, Rocky. Rocky, come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here, buddy. It's a real dog. Don't worry. Come here, bud. Come on. I know you're tired. Come here, buddy. Come here, bud. Come here. Say hi to the peoples. Come here. Come here, dude. Come on. I'll pay you with meat. You want meat? Do you want the meat? Do you want the meat? My dog is too smart for me. Come here, buddy. Come here. Can you come here? Please come here. Thank you. Yeah, he knows. So this is Rocky to the 1,000 people watching. You should like just because I have a dog. He has his own YouTube channel, you know. Ow! His ears hurt. All right, here's your meat. Eat your meat, boy. There you go. So Rocky is my service dog. He's also a German Shepherd and is now acting like a crab. He was sleeping so hard. Yeah, he was doing the running in place thing. So yes, I have guns, cars, dogs, PCs, and STDs, but I keep those in a jar. Go to sleep, buddy. I'm sorry. So that's my dog. That's my dog, Rocky. He saved my life. We was in a fire, and he drug me out of it. What cars do you have? Well, I keep changing. Friday or Saturday of last week, I bought a Jeep Grand Cherokee Hemi. But right now, I still have the Ram and a Jeep Grand Cherokee Hemi. Dragged you out. Yeah, drug out my boy. Now he's just staring at me like you're an asshole, but thanks for the treat. I should write that as a title for a book. You're an asshole, but thanks for the treat. He got that Hemi. Yeah, I don't buy... This is going to come off as a really shitty thing for me to say, and 1,000 of you get to hear me say this, but the people that buy Chryslers with V6s, y'all either don't have good enough credit to get a nice one, or you're not intending to make your fucking payments anyway. But there's a limit to that statement, whereas all you dumb shits that bought Hellcats and Trackhawks, y'all dogged the shit out of it because you put 25 grand down and never made a single fucking payment, and you wanted to destroy it before it got repoed. So a standard Summit Hemi, which is the top of the line before you go SRT, is the way to go if you want one that hasn't been beat to shit. I don't think that treat touched the sides. Oh, no, dude. He went... Thoughts on Canik? I like Canik. Pentastars aren't that bad. I can't think of a single vehicle I would prefer one in, though. Yes, and also it's not the engine that's the problem. It's the people that can afford them that's the problem. Because the Pentastar equipped variants of a Charger, a Challenger, a Jeep, a Durango, those are the dudes that are going to change the oil maybe once in 40,000 miles and then complain when the engine blows because they weren't making their $1,000 payments because they had 400 credit scores. You think the Glock 43X is a good concealed carry? I don't think any Glock is a good concealed carry, but if it works for you, go for it. I love dealers that sell performance cars to 80-year-olds. I got an X4 comp for the price of a Toyota with 17,000 miles. Suspension was too rough for her. So yeah, my father bought a Scat Pack, and then we went to the dealership to get my Jeep, and they were trying to get him to buy a Hellcat Red Eye. What DS 1911s are those? So we've got the Gerson Match X up top, custom stippling by my buddy Greg. We've got the TSOS Night Stalker, also with custom stippling by my guy Greg. We've got the stock TSOS BR9 with no mods. We've got the Fusion Firearms XP Pro with some grip mods and trigger mods. We've got the Dan Wesson DWX. We've got the Para Ordnance 1345, which is a double stack 1911. And tucked up behind the computer is the Rock Island 1911 double stack. Would a super safety be a good feature for a home defense weapon? No. Modifying a gun to fire it faster in the eyes of the law, if it is not a clear and concise and clean shooting, will lead to you getting in trouble. That does require that you be something of a questionable person to begin with. Thoughts on the PX4 Storm for home defense? Good. By the way, that is a Discord raid. They told us to shut up. Who's a Discord raid? Damn, keep up the awesome live. I'm starting mine. I could hold for this many viewers. Dude, this is sick. I'm so stoked for you. I don't know where these people came from. Somebody said it's a Discord raid. Which Discord was it? I don't see many people talking about staccato. The reason nobody talks about staccato in this channel is because we don't like staccato. Staccato is 800% too expensive for what they provide. If you're going to spend $4,000 to $5,000 on a 2011, go buy a Hayes Custom. Get an actual real 2011 that's made well, or an old STI. Smith Custom Insurance rate probably isn't too bad either. Huh? This is good, the viewers. Yeah, like I said, I don't know where they're coming from. I'm a Toyota Tundra guy, but Dodge is definitely going to do something right because Red Eye and Hellcats. Yeah, plus have you seen all the Tundras exploding? I want to like staccato, but prices suck. So here, I'm going to break it down for you, Kareem, and I'm not trying to be a dick when I say this about staccato. When they were STI, they were a better company. Their guns were hand-fit, hand-assembled, cut from a single piece of metal. Then they went to staccato. They told the entire industry, we are no longer making race guns. We are making duty-style firearms. So what they did was they decided to mass-produce a 2011, but then they took away the hand-fit, the hand-assembled. They're hand-assembled, but they're not hand-fit, hand-polished, hand-tuned. They're just bone stock out the door, whatever. Build as many as we can. But they raised the price. I have an STI Grandmaster. It's a $5,000 gun that was $2,500 when it was new. It will outshoot every staccato made, no fucking question, for half the price. $3K to spend on a pistol. What to get? Kimber or staccato? $2K11 for $2,400 and save the extra money. I'd love to own an HDC 3.6, but it's $3K. Exactly. Yeah, I definitely don't have a new Tundra. I have a second gen with the 5.7. There you go. Thoughts on the Platypus? Their build times are down to 14 weeks. I may have to get one. Tube is doing their job today, pushing the live out. I don't usually get a notification. It's not just that, Armsmen. Somebody said there was a Discord raid. Like, somebody on another Discord told them to all come in and check me out. Thoughts on M&P Metal 2.0 metal frame? I like it. I've shot the Competitor, the M&P 2.0 metal, the M&P 2.0 metal carry comp, and I like them all. They're very good guns. I haven't shot the new metal one. If you're a cop or military, staccato is a bit cheaper. $800 is huge. Yeah, that's still not bad. Subscribe. Yeah, all you fuckers, come in and say hi. I need a cop to buy me an HD. Yeah, well, you know, I thought they stopped that in California. Still expensive, yeah. No, so when I'm referring to the $4,000 to $5,000 gun, I'm talking about the Staccato XC, which is basically what my Match X is nowadays. So yeah, ICE does qualify as a law enforcement agency. Yes. Thoughts on Canik MC9 Prime? I like the gun. I've shot the LS and the Prime. You can definitely feel a difference. It's not a big difference, but you can definitely feel it. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Look, I got a new red dot from CV Life. It's shiny. It's already got a scratch in it, I think. Hold on. No, just dust. 32 bucks. Okay. 50K bonus and a Leo discount sounds pretty great. Nah, pretty much. I like this guy. This guy likes you. Just be a cool dude. Don't be a douchebag. If you're a douchebag, then we got problems. But if you're a cool motherfucker, then we're good. If you can't be cool, be quiet. If you can't be quiet, be gone. Hell yeah, nice. Can't go wrong with Canik for the price. MC9 is a good carry gun. Agreed, but the thing is sometimes you get forced to pay stupid money if nothing else works. Yeah. Why does it look like the SIG in Holosun 1? Because this is a blatant copy of a SIG Romeo 5. Yeah, and I'll say that in the review when I finally publish it. So this company, CV Life, they make decent optics. They're made out of China, the same place where Holosun and fucking SIG stuff is made. So basically, these companies do the manufacturing during the day for their actual contract partners, Sig Sauer, Kimber, whoever. And then at night, they just change the printer to say CV Life. Because this is literally a Romeo 5. It even has all the same cuts in it. Chinesium. See, that's the thing, though. It's not really Chinesium because they're probably made in the exact same factory. Like, the glass on this is just as clear as my Romeo 5. Getting my first AR-15 tomorrow, Smith & Wesson Sport 3. I think you mentioned that. Good choice. Free-floating handguard and low-profile gas block. Allows you to modify it. Wow, his sigh was so deep, he passed out during that sigh. Wait, are you still breathing? Yeah, he's alive. Thoughts on PO1? Got one. Oh, wait, I sold my PO1. I like it. If I'm going to carry a compact double stack 9, it's the one I'm going to carry. I kind of have a version of it up there in the Chris Sphinx SDP Compact Alpha. That is basically an 01. Drunk Mouse, thank you. Think grip safety will slowly die off. HD series doesn't have it. I used to like them, but it's pointless in my opinion. Got enough safeties. For a traditional 1911, no. But for 2011s, I do see them phasing out and disappearing eventually. I still carry a Rami. Nothing wrong with that, dude. They just discontinued that last year, so it was a hell of a gun, man. Fuck, Stonehaven, happy birthday. Thank you, sir. Thank you both. The thing is, my birthday is next Thursday. So that's funny. You guys are happy making me happy. So if 650 people donated $100 right now, I'll go out and buy a Lamborghini tomorrow. It'll be a small one because that's only 65,000. But no, if you guys all donate $150,000 each, I will go out and get a space shuttle tomorrow. I have to say, Staccato with the Atlas grips is sexy, but those serration cuts still blow. Yeah, no, dude, literally, there's nothing about a Staccato that warrants it, man. I'll do like B is for build. I'll find the worst wrecked Lamborghini Diablo in the country and rebuild it. What's the best handgun to start out with? The one that you go and practice with first. And I say that this way because I mean it. Go to a gun store. Pick up a bunch of different guns. Come to my house. No, you can't do that. But go to a place that has a lot of different guns and feel them first. Once you find one that you're comfortable holding, find a range that rents that gun. Go rent that gun, shoot that gun, then you'll know if you want that gun. I don't get how sloppy the cuts are, man. It's because they're all mass manufactured. So it used to be, when they were STI, the frame and the slide were cut from a single piece of billet on a CNC machine. Both pieces were cut at the same time, and then that frame slide were moved down to an assembler. Nowadays, they cut 12 slides at the same time. They put them on a fitting rack, cut them, turn them, secure them, cut them, turn them, secure them, cut them, so that you get sloppy cuts because you got one bit doing like 12 slides at a time. So by the time it's running through them, the cuts aren't good. Para ordnance, worth keeping? No, send it to me. I will give you 3 cents on the dollar, unless you're in Canada, and then I will give you 4 moose on the Canadian bacon log, and I will take them off your hands. Joe said the cuts on Scotto look like a special need kids designed it. Dude, it looks like when you ask a kid to draw a sports car, and you get a wedge of cheese. I hate when I see new people go to a gun store, get given a 45, and it scares them off guns. That is true. Also, when you go to a range and somebody hands somebody a 500 Smith & Wesson and doesn't tell them, oh, no, it's just a revolver. It's no big deal. It doesn't kick. Thoughts on the 365 TAC Ops? The TAC Ops is a package trim. It's a macro with a magwell and an extra mag. That's all it is. I have the fuse with the magwell, and if the magwell's not on it. No, the magwell is on it. Fuck me, I'm blind. But that is a macro with a longer slide, and it costs $630. Thoughts on the Great Lakes Firearms Synergy 1911 Air Max? You asked the good fucking questions. Because I need to look at it. I think I have a call to make tomorrow. So it looks like Great Lakes is getting their frames made for them. Based on how long that serial number is, I'd almost say that that is a Gerson frame. But it looks kind of cool. Oh. The raid ended. You have a wonderful day. Abushari, thank you very much. I don't know what that was about, but you guys are fucking awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that raid. Can you tell me who started it? Thinking of changing up the shield to 357. Was that your raid, Abushiri? Chiba, happy birthday. What is it? It's a 2011 for about $1,000. That was insane. Thank you, guys. Not mine, but my friend's server. Can you give me the thing to the server? I'd love to say thank you. Invite only raiders. Oh, okay. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate that. That actually makes the algorithm go crazy, and I appreciate that, man. You guys are friggin' awesome. And thank you for the donation. That is amazing. Thank you. Series 70 or Series 80? I prefer Series 70 because Series 70 is a pure single pole disconnector seer connection, whereas the Series 80 is a drop safe variant. So I prefer the original. Are those real? Yes, Zay, they are all real. You're welcome. Yeah, you should get more views in your next live stream. Good luck. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You guys are amazing. That was cool. You are not wrong. That was friggin' amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, they can't ignore me after a raid like that. Yeah. Dude, I don't even know what to say. That's my first raid. You guys are freaking awesome, dude. Paul says that's the coolest. Yes, Zay, it is damn. Darnations! I say, young man, why must one man own so many fire McPew-Pews? Well, old man, because I like them. Hey, Timmy, where's your mother? What's your EDC handgun? A 1911 5-inch. The Para Ordnance Black Ops right next to my play button is the one I carry every day. Although, to be honest, I've carried quite a few of the guns up there. So I've carried the Gerson, this one. The Springfield Operator, I've carried that a bunch. The Para Ordnance, that CZ75. I've carried that X5 Legion. I've carried the BR9. And I've carried the PT92. You're getting your buddy's T-Sauce 19A1 tanker for 150 bucks. That's nice in, man. Can you zoom in on the para? Yes, I can do even better than that. I will actually pick up the phone. Because I'm not filming reverse, so I can't actually see the screen, and I have to give you a reach around, and that's just awkward for more of us. But yeah, so as you can see, that is the Para Ordnance Black Ops. Railed gun, really nice. It does have a Series 80s trigger, but it's got a sub 3-pound trigger in it, about 3 pounds these days. Very nice. Ever tried the GP Arms Forza? No, I haven't. I need to get one. I carry a polymer for full size and I want to downsize. A lot of people do that. I prefer my full metal guns, honestly. How much are you in so far on the collection? And you look like you like girls with a little more than just peach fuzz. I like full-grown women, yes. And Toxic, it's not how much I have into the guns, it's how much I've spent shooting them. So, for example, the 8,000 rounds that have gone through that Para Ordnance would probably mean somewhere in the neighborhood of $3,000. $2,500 to $3,000 just in the ammo that's gone through that gun. So that gun has cost me more than it cost to buy the gun. So gun ownership is kind of like car ownership. You always spend more owning the thing than you do buying the thing. I have one for your collection. Which one? Wood grip fully pulled. Why is my chair doing this? Full wood grip, gold-plated 9mm. Which one? Will you adopt me? Sorry, I'm not in the market for unavailable children. I have a dog, and he's got dibs on all my guns. Forza 3.1 might be perfect for me, just nobody has them. Yeah, I can bet. It sounds like a cool gun. I've seen pictures. What do you think of the Glock redesign due to California lawsuits to prevent switch insulation? I think it proves that Glock was not a great gun design to begin with, and the fact that they were easily modifiable by people of ill repute, and that an entire state decided to ban them, leading to a potential entire government banning of the firearm, says what you need to know about Glock. Fuck them. The TAC Ops is very nice. That one is the Fuse, but yeah, basically a TAC Ops. Ramirez, last mag, make it count, pretty much. I would be a dog for that big boy at the top. Nah, I don't think you want to be my dog. I take his temperature with a thermometer up his butt. I have a 1983 Marlin 3030. Ooh, I like that. The 336, I like those. Won't people just move to the next cheap gun? They pretty much already have, dude. Sales for Glock have never been year over year better. They've always been stable or worse. Good night, all. Yeah. Looks like a 1911. I have a snakeskin metal grip for it, too. That's awesome, dude. Send me an email. I'd just love to see it. I know you're kidding about giving it to me, but just send me a picture. I'd love to check it out. Does he like it? No, because he's usually sick when I'm sticking it in his butt. But by people, I mean criminals, my bad. Criminals don't care, man. Criminals will continue to buy the Glocks because the Glocks are going to flood the market the minute all law enforcement has to do it. So when an entire state bans a gun, causing a company to redesign it, believe me, that means law enforcement and any military arms that are currently using them as selectable weapons will all ditch them, which means the market will then get flooded with Glocks, which means the streets will get flooded with Glocks, which means switches are here to stay. Nighthawk, BDS-9 or a Sandhawk? Nighthawk, please. The BDS-9, what is the BDS-9 actually? Oh, yes, yes, I want the BDS-9. The Sandhawk is cool, but I want the BDS-9. That is a pretty gun, dude. In the stainless finish, too. I like that. I don't like the $6,000 price tag, but I know being a Nighthawk custom, it'll be worth it. Just bought a Browning High Power. Nice. The Mark IIIs are nice. I like the Mark IIIs. I have a pair of Warthog, not really reliable. They're not, but they're beautiful. Like I said, I'll give you 3 cents on the dollar. Or 1 Canadian bacon dollar Timmy Horton dollar bill. Favorite potato chip? Pringles. Force reset trigger for the ARs are crazy. Yeah, I run a binary in that one, but the force reset trigger is insane. Hey, friend. Love you, friend. Thank you, friend. Thank you, Skid Gear. Appreciate that. I'm about to be able to conceal carry. What are your top pick for handguns? That becomes a very personal choice. I will tell you what other people have told me and my personal experience. Number one, when you're going for your concealed carry, smaller is not better. You need to pick a gun that is as large or comfortable concealing while still comfortable shooting. So just because you can pocket carry a Bodyguard 380, I'm 6'4". I hate the Bodyguard. Even the 2.0 is slightly too small for my taste, but at least that shoots better. I carry a 5-inch 1911. You may be comfortable with a Glock 19 or a Canik MC9 or a CZP-10. The best thing for you to do is see what you like to hold. Canadian bacon to bacon is like a trans woman compared to a woman. I don't know. I'd still eat both. Would I ever do an assassination reenactment like Brandon Herrera? No. The reason I will never do an assassination recreation like Brandon Herrera is because he is a different type of gun tuber. Brandon Herrera is situational news and informative, as well as he is actually doing different things in the political sphere of guns. I am simply a gun reviewer and a nutsack who likes guns. I don't get involved in current events when it comes to guns. I barely talked about Charlie Kirk. All power to Brandon Herrera, but Brandon Herrera does this as a full-ass living. He needs to make 6 figures a year doing YouTube to pay for his editor, his content, his guns, etc. I do not. If I did, I might have to reconsider how I do things, but I am simply a gun reviewer and a guy who makes jokes. What's your dog's name? Yours is Loki's. Mine is Rocky. Hey, Random, what's up, dude? 357 SIG. Unfortunately, a dead cartridge in the new manufacturer world. I think nobody's making one right now. They're making conversion barrels, but nobody's making a purchasable handgun. You still have the framed replica lever action. Yes, it's in the other room. I keep forgetting to bring it in here. I didn't budget room for it when I did the wall, so it just never came in here. I found that the SIG fuse worked well for my hand size. I'll tell you, Sawyer, the reason I like the SIG 365 fuse, it takes the 365 up to its max size before it gets too big. Like if you look at it compared to the Beretta APX A1 next to it, in terms of like length and height, it's the same. But it's the same width as a single stack 1911, but it's also carrying 21 mother father rounds in it. So it's like an amazing amalgamation of stuff. What's his full name? Rocky Stonehaven. McManuson's accent don't come in here enough, so it's just Rocky Stonehaven. And if McManus shows up more, I'll take it and make it Rocky Stonehaven McManus. My dog's name is Rocky. Well, come here, Rocky. Not you, Rocky. You stay there. His eye just went like from the left to the center, kind of like mine does. What would you say is the best gun to have for defense or to carry in legal areas? I carry a 1911, so that's what I carry. Let's talk about something other than guns for 2 seconds. All right, bring it up. Shot my 226 the other day. It's still a great gun. Oh, love the 226. I looked it up, gold-plated Gerson. If you want to look it up, I know exactly the one you're talking about. You're talking about the gold-plated MCP-35. Gorgeous gun. Get a gun that you shoot good with. Only build a Glock because I like the idea of building it all myself. Super light trigger. Otherwise, I get a 365. Exactly. Yeah, the gold-plated Gerson, I've almost had a few of them. They're very expensive, but very beautiful. Rocky Stone sounds better. He's a Rocky Stone. Rocky Stone, that's his name then. I say sloth, brother. Yo, yeah. I want a Mini 14 so bad. They still make them. Buckshot or slug? For home defense, I use buckshot. Unless I'm feeling froggy and the guy's crawling away, and then I might have the other shotgun that has slugs. Turn around and face me. Pick up the gun. Thank you. Have I seen the SIG Rose AR-15? I have not, but if it's like the Lena Michalik Rose 365s, I'd be interested. And yes, I have drunk almost a half a gallon of mixed berry ocean spray tonight. It's good for you. Also, it lets me pee while sitting down and lifts me off the toilet seat. It's how I lost 90 pounds, by the way. If you drink too much, you can't eat. Do I hunt or am I just an enthusiast for guns? I am more of an enthusiast, but I would hunt if given the chance. Yes, that is the light you bumped with your head, dude. He has a much bigger bed on this side of one of my gun lockers, but he likes that one because it's under the desk. Yes, it's the same setup. Dude, I would be all over that, but how much is it? It's probably like $2,500. Do you have alcohol in there? I do not drink, my friend. I am both a really good drinker and a really bad drunk. So I don't like the taste of alcohol, but I like being drunk. So what happens is, when I go to a party, I will bring a 750 of vodka and a coffee cup. And I will fill the coffee cup from the 750. And it's usually like Wolf vodka, whatever the cheapest shit is. I will fill the coffee cup. That coffee cup is my shot. I will then follow it with a regular drink, like a Coca-Cola Zero or something else, until I am so hammered that I lose my sense of taste. At that point, I start drinking. Yeah, Evan, we got raided. A really nice person whose name I can't remember how to pronounce donated, and they selected me for a raid. It was fucking awesome. Yeah, 3 cigs right there. You sell a lot of guns. States out of guns are only to local FFL. I will sell guns out of state, but it has to go to your FFL. Because I'm an FFL, I have to ship it to an FFL. So you'd have to go in and do your paperwork at an FFL. Nope. Yeah, man, you ain't kidding. You, sir, have cracked the Da Vinci Code. A little bit. You talking about for drinking? You have a site for your store. I have a site, but it's not doing anything because I don't have any inventory on it at the moment because I'm going through a whole financial restructuring, aka I'm fucking broke, and I'm tired of selling my personal guns. Since I opened the store in February, I sold 65 of my personal firearms, many of them to subscribers, so that's awesome. All you guys that have my guns, fucking great, awesome, I'm glad. Thank you very much for the purchases. But I also sold 65 guns out of my private collection, which makes me sad fucking panda. Yeah, drinking. Oh, dude, it's the easiest way to do it. A gun guy got raided. Yeah, Dad's Guns and Goats. What's up, dude? It's been a while. You like the wall. Thank you, guy. Badass collection, dude. What's your favorite makes? Para Ordnance, Nighthawk Customs, Gerson for the 2011. I kind of like everything except for Glock Staccato and Chiappa. That's why I asked. I'd rather buy from you when you do set that site up. I'm checking it out. Dude, if there's something you're looking for, send me an email at thejimminishow@gmail.com. Let me know what you're looking for. I have access to all my distributors still, so I can hook you the fuck up. I just don't want to sell my collection. Paul, if you want a Joe Pugh for the collection, buy the Firestar or something else. Thank you for the sell, Joe. You're welcome. I have to have a single action army looking for a Ruger or Pieta. I can get you hooked up. Thick! Yeah, so I'm not allowed to conduct actual negotiations and price sales through YouTube. That is completely frowned upon. But if you send me an email, tell me what you're looking for. I've done plenty of sales that way. Been working on a couple videos that will be coming out soon. Nice, dude. I'll check them out for sure. Is that a high point? Yes, that is an actual high point yeet cannon, and that's the only reason it's up there, because it's an actual yeet cannon. And from this angle, it looks like it's melting. The trigger guard has this weird sheen to it. Give me your lunch money now. Bro, I'm armed. Give me your lunch money. Now! Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Bro, he gets so scared when I yell at other drivers that I have to consciously not yell at drivers. I'm just looking for a light 2011 and light triggered. People keep saying a 4.5 is light. Yeah, but not for me. Haha, I'll send you a message. All right, dude. I'll do some looking for you, too. I'll compare weights and stuff. And melting. I feel like butter. What do you think of the Kimberly 1911s? I've had issues with reliability even after break-in. Do you have any similar issues? Some of them, yes. Older ones, definitely. Mag is definitely one of the issues, but also things like the extractor ejectors need tuning on those guns. Kimbers are made with very good materials. They're not finished well. So you have to go through the gun and look for spurs on like the disconnector and the sear, polish out the internals. If you're willing to put an hour or two into your gun, you can probably make it extremely reliable. As an FFL, if you wanted to send your gun in to me, I would go through it and make it 100% reliable for you. You have Turkish pistols. Yes, 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 yes. What games you playing on that PC? A lot of the games I play are like Forza Horizon 5. I'm waiting for 6 to come out because that's in Japan, which ought to be cool. I play Helldivers 2. I play Ghosted Tabor in VR. I use it for PC VR. I need a new chair. Somebody give me money for a new chair. I'm poor. He says as he pulls out a Quest 3. But yeah, I do PC VR gaming on Quest 3. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. In fact, I'm going to leave that out because when I'm done with the live stream, I'm going back in. Do I play BeamNG? Yes, I haven't for a while, though. It's a learning curve, and I keep forgetting it. Yeah, you keep falling asleep and farting. I can smell it from here. I have a fan pointing at me, so it's circulating his fart. Why is Polyphony so dumb, man? They need to make an open world Gran Turismo. I love Forza Horizon, but it gets cornier and cornier. Japan map should be fun. See, that's the thing. There's Forza Motorsport, which is more Gran Turismo, for that very reason. Have I shot a GP Arms Forza? If so, thoughts? I have not, Caleb. Got a shotgun preference that wife can handle for home defense? I don't know your wife. I know a lot of wives that handle 12 gauge, no problem. If she has problem with caliber, 20 gauge. But if she can't handle 20 gauge, then I don't have a suggestion for you. Maybe a Taurus Judge with 410 or a 410 shotgun. I hate neighbors slamming doors. I'm sorry, I'll be quieter, sir. High Point is like the pit bull of the gun community. Kinda. Lol, it's like a new smell every time. No, unfortunately, it's the same smell out of him, and it's death. That was interesting. Haha, Mrs. Mouse had made me do stuff. Yeah, we know what she made you do. Good going, Mrs. Mouse. Sorry. Dude, for some reason my internet just went, fuck you. I'm drunk. Hi, drunk, I'm Joe. Forza Horizon 6 is a pedestrian avoiding simulator. I know it's still loud, but what do you think about suppressors for handguns for home defense? I'm totally fine with that. Actually, they're not as loud as you would think. Now, if you want to ensure, like if you think you're going to have a night where somebody's going to break into your house like it's purge night or some shit, dunk the end of your suppressor in water to fill it with water. That way it will shield the first shot. It will pre-wipe the first shot, and then all the successive shots will be as quiet as they can be. But a suppressor in home with subsonic ammo is completely hearing safe. We're set up to see 2 movies this weekend. Nice. I'm getting drunk. Cool, Calvin. I'm drunk too. Hi, drunk 2. Have you met drunk 1? Guys, that raid was fucking awesome. If you guys like that, make sure you hit the like button about that. Holy shit, that was amazing. Yeah, you could put KY jelly. Honestly, you don't have to put it in all the baffles, just the first couple near the end. No! Go back, you fuck. Not you, me. Yeah, that was cool. I wonder who did the raid. They said it was a private server, so I don't know, but dude, that was amazing, man. Especially if it messes with the algorithm for the next live. Have you played Gary's mod? I have not, because I'm a very insular individual and I don't have friends. And Stonehaven won't learn to play games. He gives up. It's a great idea with suppressor. Yep. Nice idea. Yep. Yeah, that was cool. I wonder who did the raid. Why am I reading the same thing over and over? I read the words that make the world go round and round. My dog looks tired and I am proud of him. He's a good boy. So I'm thinking about doing a VR series. I don't give up. You haven't played in a week, bruh. You need to get good before the next wipe so I can get my alpha and omega containers. I can play games. What game is it? It's Ghost of Tabor. It's in VR, so you'll need to get a VR headset. You need to get good at killing things. Would you recommend putting a suppressor on a 4.5-inch 300 blackout? Actually, I would, because 4.5 is actually a little short, so the suppressor will add to the velocity of the round. So yeah, I 100% would. You got any wild animals around you? Not really. There are deer near a park near me, but I've only seen them a few times. I've got kids. Motherfucker, they gotta sleep sometime. That's what I have to wait until the middle of the night to play because of him. My dog keeps me from playing during the day. I have the MetaQuest version 1. It won't run on that unless you're PC connected. What's the best gun for home? Believe it or not, a 12-gauge shotgun. I would recommend a pump if you're not familiar with guns. Get a shotgun with semi-auto if you are. Do you like Ready or Not? I do. However, when I bought it, I thought it was VR. That game is made to be in VR. 100%. That game would kick ass in VR. Also, you can cheat on Ready or Not. You can't cheat on Ghost of Tabor. Last time I used the Quest, it gave me a panic attack. There are reasons for that, Mouse. Number one, the Quest only ran at up to 72 hertz, which is well below what the human eye can normally track. The parabolic lenses, whatever they are lenses, that lenticular look, are really hard to use. And the processing power, the lenses weren't that good. So it's hard to see. But if you look, you'll see that these lenses are completely flat. These are called pancake lenses. The Quest 3 has the best lenses on the VR market right now, even better than the Vive Pro. These are 4K lenses at 120 hertz. Yeah, that is a problem. What's the most powerful weapon you have? My wits. I have defused many a situations. If you're talking about handguns, honestly, my biggest handguns are 45 ACPs. I don't own any big calibers anymore. Yeah, and revolvers, I've got 44 Magnum. Rifles, 45-70. I think the newer Quest might not give me panic attacks. No, I think it'll be a lot better. Plus, this can play completely wireless. It will run out of battery after about an hour, but I wirelessly stream to my PC using this. I can be in my living room using this while playing PC games. Play any hunting or survival games? Not really. I play a lot of the first-person shooter stuff, Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, Hand Grenade, Gun Club VR. I have Contractor Zone, Exfil Zone, but I only play PvE because I'm not very good. That's the build I'm working on right now. I got a super safety for it, and I just didn't know if I could put a suppressor on it. All the ones I'm seeing have to be a certain barrel length. So no, suppressors, they work best on certain barrel lengths, but they'll work on anything. You can put a 45-70 rifle suppressor on a 1911, and it'll work fine. You have a PS5. It's on PS5, and you can use PSVR. Give me a couple of guns, woman.
God damn it, Patrick. You didn't give me an orgasm. You're not getting a gun.
I'm cranking the hog. That's what I call this. It's the hog. How much for one pistol? 10 bajillion Zimbabwe dollars. That might be like 12 bucks. They're not for sale through YouTube, my friend. Got my wife VR as well. She loves it, except the battery on it, which doesn't last long. Look at Kiwi Designs. I am not a sponsored streamer for them or anything, but Kiwi Design sells battery head straps that will give you like 3 hours of battery life. Mrs. Mouse is eating grapes. Does she have you fanning her while feeding them to her like a good slave does? And by slave, I mean slave in Egypt times, not, reparations. I'm Asian. Fuck you. Ever see the Fab Arm shotguns? No. Are they Turkish? It's all my damn Nitro RC stuff, making room for the fun stuff now. It's an interesting switch. Guys, we are getting in at 10 o'clock. It is time for us to go. That raid was awesome. That was like, what the hell? That was fucking cool as shit. If I ever find out who it was, I'm going to get them back. I'm going to definitely try to raid them with some people. I have not tried like that impact vest. No, it's not for me. She can't find the auto off switch for her Subaru. Lol. I blame electric. They took over RC hobby, made it boring and dumb. I'll tell you, actually, in the 80s, it was all electric. Electric was more popular than gas for, like, regular people. The gas was for you off-road RC guys. Matt, what's up, dude? You're in late, bro. We're ending the live stream in a minute, bro. Bro. Definitely will participate in that. Spread the love. Absolutely. I'll figure out who it was. I'll let you guys know on our Discord. Good stream. The most likes thus far. Good night, sir. Something, brother. Actually, I think the 24-hour stream had more likes, but not this fast. Also, if you guys want to see a dumbass Asian kid playing in VR and answering all your questions for 24 hours, let me know. Hold on, I can actually turn it back on. I'm watching the YouTube live right now. Although it's way back. Hold on. Yeah. So it's fun because I can play it in real life. I'll watch your VR stream. How would that affect your eyes? It really doesn't affect my eyes that much because I blink well. Also, it sets the screen so far away from me that it's comfortable. My eyes will get tired after a while, but I will sleep in VR. You will just see me doing this. But yeah, that's my plan. So heavy, it makes my face hurt. That's why I get the Pro straps immediately. Are you vegan though? No, but I do participate in the vegan diet. It's just not as challenged to hunt down vegans anymore. They run out of energy really fast. Oh, 100%. If I do the 24-hour stream, we'll start it Friday night and we'll end it on a Saturday night. I have 2, but the 3 is lighter. I wish I got a Quest 3. Wait, bro, you're about to touch a weapon. My pee-pee. I have the Pro straps because my friend broke the OG headband trying to put it on without loosening it. Lol. I'm going to make you a helmet for that one of these days. If you do, I'll use it. All right, guys, I'm going to show you my dog one more time. Let me plug in my headset because it's down to 30%. And then we will get out of here. Like I said, you guys were amazing. Thank you guys so much for coming in. The donations and all the fun we had tonight was fucking awesome, dude. That was so cool. I call it my poor man's NVGs, lol. Dude, the camera on the Quest 3, I can read text on my computer in Quest 3. Good stream. Take care. Ake, everything, man. Send me that email, all right? Hey, Rocky.